Hi, Cancer. I'm just doing one right after another because I feel like I'm in flow. And I was taught that. Just look at the cards. I'm going to be right there. Getting my coffee. Okay. So, this month, even though it starts off kind of frustrating or rough, I want you to notice here how beautiful it folds out for you. That all the things you're worried about, or all the things that you came into this month with an issue with, get resolved. Whether it's from you or just you observing and listening and realizing and seeing that Aries season doesn't just bring the energy or the plan or the beginning to something, which is something that's happening for you. Let's just spread these out a little bit. But it's bringing spirit. It's fire. We forget sometimes, some areas can be very dense, don't get me wrong, but not all areas are like that, right? We get so caught up in the generalization sometimes, and I know that you can, and you like to look deeper, but I think Cancer can even get stuck on certain things, and it's like, well, if you can do that for others, you could do that, you might be doing that for yourself. So what I'm here to acknowledge is that, okay, we got 2 6s here, is that whatever you've been doing because of pure generosity, maybe that's how you sit down and decipher some things, is like, what's been pure generosity from you and from others to you? Because I think you're in this time in your life where you need to cut out not only I think I'm going to start playing off of each sign, right? So Aries, cut the fat, right? Taurus is about a constant evolution right now, like a constant. And then Gemini is letting every part of the parts of them that they've kept, they thought they've let go of, but they've just kept on the backside to burn. And you can go take a look at those videos if you need to, but then we get to you, and it's this resurrection. We get to you, and there's this time where you're putting the work into what's needed and what's unnecessary now. That if you don't do it, someone's here to do it. That King of Cups is not you. Then there is someone waiting to use that sword. And now for those of you in a situation, I don't like to just use relationship. You can use it as a relationship and put it into any situation in your life. That it seems like this moment, this breakthrough, this understanding is coming to a halt. It only feels that way because, like in meditation or yoga, there's nothing that's still. We say that, I say that everything's moving still. All of this is just really slow moving energy. So nothing's ever truly coming to a halt, even though it can feel that way. But I encourage you to find different words, because the only way we're going to find this evolution in ourselves is to find different words that actually fit what's happening. So this is just an overhaul, a slow down. The resurrection of you, of what you're bringing, and the spring is so much more abundant than even before. So this is just cutting out whatever you've been running around, what's that, like with the chicken with your head cut off, just running around, just like doing things, thinking that you're doing things. You're not. It's okay. You're just not doing what you think you're doing. And it became very obvious to you a couple months ago, but it's been hard to tone it down. It's been hard to slow the speed. You've just been rolling. But now this season you get to see what this Knight of Wands and this King of Wands can't hold up to. How actually the dominant side of you or something is actually out of control. And then you have this moment. You can have this Tower moment. And this Tower moment is you seeing what's holding you back. It's okay to want things. It's okay to need things. It's okay to have your eye on this and be a part of this. But you have to know what this feels like. For you, you need to know what it feels like. Or at least get inkling. So even ask for signs straight up. Ask for a sign. You'll get it. You'll get it almost right away. You know, just an hour, a couple hours, you'll receive the answer. It's been waiting for you. And like I said, if you don't do this, this is gonna happen anyway. We know you don't like being forced into things unless it's like with your own will and wanting. But look at you being forced into this mode. There's a huge change happening within you, and of that which affects, you know, the very close things around you. An ending, and this Mars in Cancer may be showing you. This is also about the eclipse. Now let me pull some more about that. These 4 cards are actually these 5 cards, very important. Let's not blow over them. Your eclipse, this new moon in Aries comes on the 20th, 420 baby. And even though you're presented with a lot of things that are, you know, new moon oriented, right, in the dark about, the light's exposing itself. You know, then right away we enter Taurus season, right? So we're going from, and let me just backtrack a little bit. We're going from Venus being in Taurus, which is why this is all coming to a head, right? And then we're entering into by the time this is out, the same day, Gemini will be moving into Venus. I always do that. Venus will be moving into Gemini. I said something funny. And that's why, because then you're going to sort some shit out. Because all of this needs to come to the surface in order to be sorted out, sorted through. Maybe not overly efficient, but by the time you get to your season, it will be very clear. By the time Venus then enters Cancer next month, you'll be a lot more in yourself, in your moment, you know? You know, only you know the wrath of the judgment Libra also brings. Only you know the slay. You just do it differently, right? The new moon in Libra, or the full moon in Libra last week, brought some slay, some words. Now everything, I'm actually going to put these up here. All of this is, you know, rolling out for you. What happens from this? Well, if you really go through this and realize, like, something that's been taking away your joy and your adventure for creation and who you really are, you're there, yet there's still things that you're maybe holding on to that have to do with a mother figure. You know, this is a huge time where you're probably thinking about your mother or being remothered. And I know it's a big, obvious thing, and that's another thing that's become very obvious in different people in my life and conversations, and even my own relationship right now, is that the mother is coming up a lot. You are the mother. What happens when the grandmother needs a mother? Hold on. Ooh, excuse me. what happens is you open yourself up to maybe your actual mother, someone in your life that is a mother figure, and along with a higher power, faith. You know, if you want to call her Mother Earth, or just like the universe in general. Because once faith comes knocking at your door, don't you want to answer? Don't you want to know who it is? Or at least welcome that? So this very, very obviously giving, that generosity, you know, making that list, understanding what that means in your relationships is a big catalyst for all of this. It's causing you to realize how much you've been more of the Seven of Wands instead of the Knight of Cups presenting. You know, that chicken with the head carved just running around and doing shit, and you think you're doing more, but really you're just a little unorganized and a little avoiding. You know, the crab can only move so many ways with his, you know, going side to side. Eventually you're going to hit something in there, and you find yourself waiting. Hey, ready to go for this new ride with me? Come on, I got a whole chariot waiting. The stars are backing us too. Just look. Look at how beautiful this can be. You know? And Libra's like, yeah, duh. For some of you, it's me. For others of you, it's another Libra in your life who's like, hey, I gotta tell you straight up. I don't know who's in your life. Maybe there's Capricorn, another water sign, Aries. But I want to tell you straight up that you got this. Why are you so worried? Let me tell you something I don't have that you have. The ability to go anywhere. I'm sitting here, sitting on this thing, and everybody, you know, listens to me, but you get to go. You know, Libra does too, but like, honestly, you get to ride free. You know, stop being what this person thinks you should be and start committing to the death that is happening within you. This could be a Leo. This Leo could be a very positive thing for you, person for you. But this could also just be about the mother and compassion, about having and surrounding yourself with people who acknowledge this, that know that you're going through something, so the only thing you can truly commit to right now, I know this may be very difficult for you, or I know you're used to me giving this much, but I can only give so much because I need to commit to really taking care of the parts of me that haven't been taken care of, meeting the needs that need to be met, right? So now I'm mothering you, okay? Let's do it. I've had experience. Let me give you strength. Again, this is where you're at. This is where you're going towards. This is the future. This is happening already. Summer will be amazing. Trust that no matter what's happening in the world, the responsibility that you carry for yourself trumps everything else. I'm sorry if that's a trigger word. It is of the utmost important right now. And through this, you find the strength, through these conversations, through understanding yourself and your needs, then you'll see that the people who love you will receive that and adjust. The people who can't possibly understand and are gonna die without you will reveal themselves. Just let them expose themselves. Why not? Yeah, it hurts, but fuck them. Sorry. Right now, fuck them. That's me talking to you. Fuck them. Okay? You and loving yourself every step of the way is priority. You having this fulfilled life emotionally is priority. That is what makes your life. That is how you show everyone else how to live their life, right? Just by living yours in that way. If you really want to be responsible for something, boom. You don't got to carry anybody else, even though I know you will. But there's some things that you need to close, some doors, some words of your own, some things that you've said and realize you can't hold up to them, or you don't want to, no longer aligns. Any of it, doesn't matter. Just be honest with yourself. And don't invite everyone else in. You know they don't need to be there. All right, I think that's enough. I love you. We'll see you next month.